Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your boy, Dr. Rajas, a multiple scholarship winner and also a research professor in Korea. So we are today on the second video episode of the series of the Global Korean Scholarship 2022. So today I'm going to be sharing tips on how you can select universities which you are going to be using to apply for the Global Korean Scholarship. And hello, my MJ. And one of the most important step is on how to select universities, be it applying through the university track or the embassy. If you're applying through the university track, then you're eligible to select one university. But if you are applying through the embassy track, you have to select three universities, and especially those who are applying to the university track, this is a very, very important video for you to follow up strictly because um the choice of university you're going to select will will increase your chances or reduce your chances of having this scholarship. So I already made a video on how you can access the documents. So we're gonna go straight now onto how, first of all, how you can download the list of universities, because each year universities are updated. So, and it's usually very important you cross check to be sure that the university you want to apply for the Global Korean Scholarship has been selected by need. Need is the body which is in charge of the Global Korean Scholarship. You might be choosing preparing for a university to apply, but at the end of the day, hello, you doing? At the end of the day, you realize that what at the end of the day, you might just find out that probably that university is not even part of the Global Korean Scholarship. So you end up finding yourself in trouble or losing the scholarship after preparing for. Thank you very much, Edie. After coming through preparing all this while, so let's get straight to it. I don't want the video to be too long. First, I'm going to show you how you can select, you can download the university list of. So I'm going to share my screen as usual. So share my screen. Okay, so let's get to sharing off my screen. So you're going to do study study in Korean, right? I already made a video on how to show this, so I'm going to rush through it. um you go to the study in Korea, you have to download for graduate studies. Please make sure you check on the graduate studies you download. Okay, that has been done, and you go right down here where you're going to look for application, I think, okay, university information. Here is the university information of all the universities that will be participating. So within the universities, I just clicked on download on that part. Okay, let's get to that folder. Okay, here you have both universities which offer programs in research and development. I think mostly science, engineering programs, and then you have all universities. So it's very important you check that aspect. So I'm gonna go to okay. First of all, departments, available departments. You check on the available departments which are available. So it's a whole Excel sheet. So we're going to go to that. Okay, here you see it's properly arranged. Here is properly arranged. You have here, for example, the first university is Aju University. It's going to show you Suwon, and then artificial convenience network engineering. So they're going to tell you whether the program is in English or not, offered in English. So The circle here, you see the circle, it tells you master programs will be offered for Korean government scholarship. They're going to offer master programs. They're going to offer the program both in Korean and in English. And also they're going to be offering it for doctorate programs. So here's a catch here. If you find a program which is offered both in Korean and in English, then if you submit English scores, your chances of being selected are higher, especially for people who have a pretty low GPA. You're gonna judge for yourself. The minimum GPA on a scale of 4 is 2.6 GPA. So if your GPA is 2.6, you can go ahead and apply, but you have to add more things that will probably increase your chances of being, you know, um selected. So it's going to be offered both in Korean and in English. And the duration period, there is no research all available. Then you also see another program here which is fully in Korean. This program, which is fully in Korean, you have it for both masters and doctorate. That's the second program in Aju University, which is nursing science. So the nursing science is offered only in Korean, both for masters and PhD. So if you're applying for this program, it will automatically be expected that you should provide um, Korean test of Korean as a foreign language skill score, which is topic of minimum 3 and 4 and above. Because if you do not provide that, then they'll find that you will not be able eligible to study for this program. Even though here's a catch again. Even though you're going to receive 1 year training to study for you'll be given 1 year training to study Korean language when you come to study this program. But those who have right up to topic 5, level 5, are exempted from studying Korean language. They'll be waived and go straight to studying their program. Sorry. So I will encourage anyone who is applying, for example, for international business or social sciences, you should go mostly for programs which are strictly English 100%. So this kind of programs which are offered in English 100%, if you can provide your TOEFL scores or TOEIC or eyes, then your chances of benefiting from this university, will be pretty higher. So this is for universities which will be offered in at Aju University. Then you also have Busan University of Foreign Studies. There's also Busan University of Foreign Studies. This is strictly in a um different city. This is found in Busan. So what I usually advise students is that do not all rush to apply for universities in Seoul. For example, let's just say you have the example, let's say Cameroon, which has 7 quarters, right? And if 20 Cameroonian students are all applying to universities within Seoul, there is that high chances that not all the students will be selected for those programs. But if you have, for example, students who have applied or have chosen university, for example, you with your low GPA, you go ahead and you choose a university which is off Seoul in the regional level. Busan is of course a mega city as well. In the regional level, we're going to go to medium cities, like small cities, regional level. You will that university is going to recommend you to need, and when you are recommended to need, you have a higher chances of being selected, unlike all the students who rush and go to select all universities in Seoul. And by the way, it's even stated in the application guidelines that you have a couple of universities are regional and a couple of universities are public universities which are being allocated. So you have the Busan University of Foreign Studies, you have Cheonan University. Cheonan universities, they offer lots of programs in Korean. I strongly advise you to check for programs which are being strictly offered in English language, 100% English language, for you are going to have a higher chance of being selected, especially if you do not have a Korean language score. It is not compulsory. It is not compulsory, but it's just wise for you going for a Korean a program with no language score. Then your chances of being selected for that program will be very minimal. So there are tons of universities here. The universities go on and on. You know. Also, there is Daegu University here. Daegu is also a university which is also one of the regional universities. It is not in Seoul. Daegu is approximately about 5 hours drive from Seoul. So someone who goes ahead and apply for let's say for example media communication in social sciences offer both in Korean and in English. Um and you're going to apply in Daegu University, for example, you need to check because X here tells you that they are not offering doctorate program. So if you're applying for PhD and you apply for that program, you will not definitely be selected. So if you're applying through the university level, you will just lose a scholarship after going through a lot of pain in order to apply for these prepare all your documents. So Daegu University, most of the programs are offered both in Korean and English. So I would advise someone to probably go for universities which offer them. For example, this one offers strictly, it is 100% language English. 100%. Let's check that. Public law. So the law here, social sciences, they're telling you that it's offered in 100% Korean for the master level and 100% English for the doctorate level. So if you have a master degree in law and you're looking forward to apply for a PhD in law, Daegu University should be the good option for you to apply for. And because they offer the university the programs 100% English. So let's go more to let's check more universities. I'm going to go to the university where I currently work now. Let's check on Kangwon National University. There are more. There are over 100 almost 100 university. Okay, let's go to Kangwon National University. Good. This is Kangwon National University now. So these are the programs they offer. They offer lots of programs in Korean, 100% Korean. There are a few of them in Korean and English. So let's go to let's see. Okay. Yep. Let's go and see. Okay. We go down, down and down. Okay. So you see that most of the programs in Kangwon National University are offered in Korean. But when you go to the natural sciences, there are some programs which can be offered in 100% English level. So one tip again, if you're applying for PhD, I will strongly encourage you to reach out to the professors in the programs you're going to apply. Check out the professors who are having leading research there, whom definitely you will love to join the laboratory, and send them a cold email that you are interested in joining their lab. They'll be able to tell you if you are the kind of candidate that are looking forward to working with or not. So that's going to help you to save you the stress from going through all the application and just be rejected. This is especially this tip goes especially for people who are applying to especially people who are applying to through the university track where they have just one um shot to go. So it's very important you do cross check that as well, you know. And the list goes on and on. So this is for all the departments for embassy tracks. So these ones they are available departments for embassy track. So the list of universities have been going here. These are departments for embassy and university track general. So embassy and university track, these are the list of universities you can go through. Then Let's go ahead and check on the research and development programs. So for the research and development programs, let's check on the departments that are available and see, because it's very what I'm showing you right here, this is okay. This one now is in Korean. Okay, this file is in Korean. So let's go to the. I'll probably understand, but you might not understand this. So let's go to the file which is in English. Okay, the English file for people who do not have Korean skills. Okay, now this is a file for that. So anybody who is looking forward to applying, right, and you want to study research and development, so these are the universities which are um in charge. And some of this university, one of them you have, like for example KAIST. This is a one of the top research institutes or universities in research institutes in Korea. I'll strongly advise again, if you know your GPA is not really high enough, be humble yourself and go to other universities. But if your GPA is high enough and you're really and you're very you feel very confident about it, then you should go for this one too. Yeah, you also have Kemyon National University. This is in Daegu, a really good university as well. You can also apply for this one, especially if you want to go study pharmacy. You have Kukmin. So let's go again. Let me check. So for research and development, it looks like this is all about. Let me see. Okay, there are more, of course. Kukbyum, I want to go more. Okay. I want to go more. Okay, so research and development. Okay, now if you want to study about sciences, this is also quite a good one for you to apply for when you're looking forward to studying at for this program. Okay, then and most of these universities, Chona University is not in Seoul. So if you're selecting, for example, your universities to study, especially those who are applying through the embassy track, do not select all universities in Seoul. Select some in Seoul and some away from Seoul. So China National University is not in Seoul. You have KAIST is in Daejeon, Kemyeon is in Daegu. This is in Seoul. This university is in Seoul for if people who are interested to study in Seoul. And I strongly advise again, if you know your GPA is not high enough, do not go for universities in Seoul, do not go for universities in Busan. This and some of this the areas I'm calling are all mega cities where a lot of people want to rush to, or all these mega universities. One thing for sure is that all the universities selected for this program are really good universities. They all offer very competent and very good programs. So there is none which is not good enough for you to want to study in. So make sure you follow my advice, like I did mention. So because it's very important to help you in the selection for being selected for this scholarship. So if you have any question, you want to reach out to me, please do drop a comment. I will be there to answer you. Tomorrow we're going to have another video where we're done with selecting universities. Tomorrow we're going to start on the application proper, where I'm going to be giving tips here and there. This has been your boy Dr. Roger. See you again. Bye.